It's really nice to
Sure.
meet you, to talk to you, and looking forward to learning a little bit more about you.
I can start from the beginning. I was born in Armenia and raised there, and I went to the state choreographic college in Yerevan. It's a professional ballet school. After graduating, I joined the company, the Armenian Ballet Company, when I was 17. I joined the company as a soloist, and I got my first main role when I was actually 17 years old. And my international journey started when I was 21. That's when Narek, now he's my husband. Back then we were like really, really close friends. And he was like, don't you want to go to the competition? I was like, yeah, sure, why not? It was an international competition in Russia, in Sochi. So we went there. It was very fun, very big and interesting experience for me. And I was actually the first woman awarded in Armenia in international competition. That's basically how everything started. After that, we were invited to join the Israel Ballet Company, where we worked for a year and a half. We were so lucky to work with really, really good and world-known choreographers and the coaches there. After Israel, we moved to Russia. It's a Republic of Karelia, which is really, really close to Finland. We worked there for a year. Also, we were so lucky to work with the coaches, and we actually had guest coaches from Mariinsky, the main choreographers and main repetitors from Mariinsky Theater. But we always dreamed about living in America. So once we get the chance, we didn't wait. We didn't think twice. We got tourist visa to come and see the US. But once we were here, we really liked it, and we tried to audition for the companies, and we got offered like super quick in like 2-3 weeks from New Jersey Ballet Company, where we worked for 6 years. But unfortunately, when COVID started, everything had to stop, and New Jersey and New York State were the hardest. And we didn't dance for a year and a half, maybe a little more. And we were actually thinking of stopping dancing and opening our ballet school, because it kind of felt impossible to get back in shape, after waiting for a very long time. But then I guess God had other plans for us, because Narek found this post in Facebook about Cleveland Ballet audition. They were seeking male dancers, and he sent his information in to see what's gonna happen, without any expectation, obviously. But then they got back to him like in a day or so. It was very quick. We didn't even expect to get the answer that quick. And during his Zoom interview, he said that he has wife and nephew. Obviously, we heard about the Cleveland Ballet Company because ballet world is very small. We know about every company and every choreographer and every artistic director. And we heard about Cleveland Ballet as a very young and super fast growing company. We know about Miss Clarissa Guadalupe because she was the last generation of Balanchine students, and it's very, very fun and very nice experience working with her. So once we heard about the Cleveland Ballet, we were like, okay, why not? Let's just try it. And after they reviewed our resumes, they invited us to see us in person, and so we can meet them. So we came here. welcoming atmosphere of the company was very nice. We're so happy to be here, honestly, and we're looking forward to work with this company many, many more years.
Wonderful, Albina. Thank you for that wonderful introduction. Albina, I'm wondering if you could talk a little bit about when you did come to Cleveland. I mean, clearly you've said that, you were looking forward to it when you heard about it, and it was an opportunity, and, your incredible art has taken you all over the world, right? From, almost Finland, Russia, and, places that you've been in, clearly Armenia, and now you're in Cleveland. Can you talk a little bit about the ballet culture here? Something that you maybe were surprised by? Was it what you thought it would be? And, anything that you would tell other people who were interested in potentially, if they were looking at Cleveland as an option for a place to experience their life as an artist as you do?
Yeah, sure. Me and my family, as well as Narek and my husband and his nephew, we all were studying, as I said, in Armenia. We had typical Russian school and Russian based. But during the year, since we work in a lot of different companies with a lot of different choreographers, I guess we gained like more different styles and more different ways to work. And America actually is the bouquet of different cultures and different styles of dancing, which is very interesting to experience, honestly. And from our part, we try to bring our experience to the Cleveland Ballet and put something from us, our side, our experience, our school, our style. And I think it looks interesting because American ballet has its own very unique technique and style, which I really like. But I think mixing the styles together, it makes something more interesting, which I think the audience really likes and appreciates.
That's really interesting, Albina, especially because, you've had such a incredible experience all over the world to see that kind of mix of culture here. Would you talk a little bit too about what it was where your origin story, where Albina began? Clearly you've been dancing for most of your life, but what was it when you were younger and you decided this is something that I'm going to do for the rest of my life or as a career in terms of pursuing your dreams of dance?
Yeah, as a kid, I was actually very flexible. When I was 5, 6, I saw this girl on the TV who was doing split. I was like, it's so interesting, let me try. And I didn't even try to do it on the floor. I tried to do on the chairs, on 2 chairs. And my parents were like, wow, that's interesting. Why don't you want to go to dance? But first, I really liked singing. We were planning, I was planning to be a singer. And then when I went to this little school, it wasn't even professional school, but I was trying to get into that school as a singer. And then I saw the 2 people sitting there who just opened their small ballet group, it wasn't even school, it was like a little studio. They were like, do you want to try to dance? We teach ballet, we teach ballroom dances and stuff like that. I was 6 years old. I was like, yeah, sure, I like dancing. I always was this happy kid when I was little. And that's how it started. They actually were professional ballet dancers. And once they saw my splits and flexibility, they were like, I think you have to wait 2 more years and bring her to ballet school, because in Armenia, you cannot go to ballet school until you're 9 years old. That's how everything started. Yeah, the professional school started from 9 years old. I went there and I got in very easy. And that's how my ballet life started. It was pretty hard. It's very hard to be a ballerina.
Yeah.
Very hard. But it's very nice experience. And once you do ballet, you cannot do anything else because you just being in love with this profession for all your life.
Yeah. You know, Albina, it's interesting, right? Because as a dancer, you know, so often, you know, when we enjoy ballet, and certainly, you know, the ballet company that you're part of, right? There's the main dancers that you see, but ballet always calls itself a company, right? It's never about a
Right.
person. It's about the group. And you've spoken about your family, both in Armenia. You've spoken about your family here in Cleveland. How does that work now that you're here? You know, clearly you're dancing with people from all over the world, but it's still that company feel, and you're in a place like Cleveland, which has kind of a familial feeling as well. Can you talk about that a little bit as a person who's an individual, clearly with your own excellent skills and techniques, but then you're part of this company, and it's a little bit more than that because you're not in your home country as well.
Right. I guess that's the way we grow up, being a ballerina, being a ballet artist. That's the part of it, to be individual and part of the group at the same time. That's why we every day in the morning we start from company class, which is the most important part of our day, and that actually makes us to feel each other as a group. That's the main reason we do all together the morning class, to feel each other as a group and feel each other as a dancers and learn how to support each other. And that is being the professional company. That's how it's supposed to be. Because on stage, when you look as an audience member, you don't have to see people, individuals, but you have to see the whole story, one whole body all together. That's the company, that's the performance, that's the story of it.
Albina, what would you say to someone who was coming to see you for the first time, right? Someone who didn't have the benefit that you did of having experienced this as a young girl, someone who's, you know, clearly grown in this art yourself, but you've always had that part of you. You know, American culture has many different art forms, and sometimes, you know, people don't get a chance to experience ballet. What would you want people to know if they were coming to see you in the ballet for the first time?
Well, first of all, um, they have to like art to appreciate it. To see me as a dancer, it's different, but then to see the whole performance is a different person, because when you come to see an individual, you like focus on that person. But when you're coming to see the performance, you have to be able to understand the whole story. I would say when someone is coming to see the performance, I think they, first of all, they have to know the story of the performance to be able to understand it. And at the same time, when they watch the ballet, I think the first thing they will appreciate is the ballet costumes, obviously, to see the nice view, to see the dancers. And it's hard to explain, but I wish people could see and appreciate the hard work on stage. You know, how hard the artists are working on stage.
I imagine that. And I'm wondering, you know, what would you say to other people who've come to Cleveland from other places around the world? You know, you're clearly this world-class performer. You've got this incredible talent of not only being a ballet dancer, but as you said, you know, you were thinking about opening up a school, right? To have that skill to be able to teach. But what would you say to people who are coming from other places, people coming from Armenia, people coming from other places all over the world to Cleveland, in terms of advice that you would want to give them? Because, you know, clearly you have so much wisdom and experience in terms of your work and being here in Cleveland.
Well, first of all, I think people are lucky if they can come from other countries to US, because US has so much opportunities, so much opportunities. You don't appreciate it until you are living in other countries. That's I have to say. And I think I would say whenever they get a chance to grow up in any profession, doesn't matter you're a dancer, you're a singer, or you're not art person, you have some other profession, you have to not lose your chance. If you can get a chance to grow, you have to get it. And in Cleveland, I think since we just moved, we're here for only like few months, sorry. We didn't see much about Cleveland. I mean, we didn't learn much about Cleveland, but only about the company I can say I'm very happy to be here. And I'm trying to be, from my side, I'm trying to put everything I can do, like to help grow the company, to put something from my side, to teach something or to learn something. I think everybody who is coming to Cleveland has to bring something to help the city grow up, to help the art grow up, and do the best, not to get, but also to give, which is the most important part.
Wonderful. Have you been able to bring any of those legendary salty biscuits or the wonderful event of getting drenched at Vardavar here to Cleveland from your Armenian background?
I tried. I tried to share with my experience on stage. Actually, we had two amazing shows like 2 weeks ago. We had Don Quixote in Playhouse Square. I think those two performances went so well. I'm so happy. The audience was amazing, and it was very warm. It was very warm, even though it was after COVID. People were kind of scared to be close to each other, to have more audience. But I'm looking forward for our Nutcracker shows. We're gonna have 5 shows at the Playhouse Square. I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope it's gonna be full audience. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be full audience, and it's gonna be so much fun.
I wanted to tell you that the dance of the Sugar Plum Fairies is my favorite piece.
Oh, then maybe you can come and watch me in that role.
I would love to. And then when it goes, it's ding, 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 ding.
Uh-huh.
I know that makes you not only appreciate my singing, but also you felt like dancing because it was just as if the orchestra were playing.
Exactly. That music,
that.
It goes exactly with the steps because you cannot do anything else.
Yes.
But those steps.
Albina, is there anything that you feel like that people don't know about you or about the dance company that you would want people to know? You know, Cleveland is so lucky to have the incredible world-renowned art institutions that it does. And the ballet company is first among equals. Is there anything that you would just want people to know about it as we're getting into now what's going to be a very busy season? Hopefully, you know, with good luck and a lot of prayer, we'll be past this pandemic. More and more people will be coming in person to experience your work.
Thank you. Yeah, I hope so too. It's going to pass soon and people can come back to their normal life and be happy, actually. I don't know what to say, but I really hope people can come and see us as a company and see me as a Sugar Plum and not just Sugar Plum and anything I do. Because every person who, especially who is doing a principal role, is very different. That's what makes the principal ballerina individual. That's why she is a principal ballerina and not a corps de ballet dancer, because she has her own personality on stage. She can dance exactly the same dance as everybody else, but she is looking completely different in that role because she has her personality. She has her own character. She can tell the story differently, slightly differently, but you can tell it's different person dancing on stage. And I'm trying to do that differently, and I hope people will like that, and that will be my way of dancing the Sugar Plum Fairy.
That's really wonderful. Albina, I wanted to thank you for taking time with us today. I know how busy you are.
Yeah, sure.
Practicing, and it was just so nice to meet you, and can't wait to see you on stage. Can't wait to read all about your amazing performances. And at Global Cleveland, we really wish you the best of luck. We're also very, very grateful to you for choosing Cleveland. A world-renowned dancer as yourself, you could be anywhere, and you've chosen this city, and we say a very hearty thank you, and we're very grateful to you, and grateful to you for sharing your art and your work with us, Albina.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I have to say, from the first day we moved here, me and my family, the first thing I saw, it was the warm welcome from people. People are super nice here. That's the most thing I mean, that's the first thing I appreciate the most. In the company, even at the store, you go to grocery store, people are so nice. They're always smiling. It's very welcoming. And from the first day, I feel like, oh, I'm home. I feel like I don't want to move from here. And I feel like I've been here for a very long time. It's not like I just moved here and I feel lonely, I never had that feeling. I have to say that it's very nice to be here and I really love here. I can't wait for the summer because even though I like the winter, I like the Christmas season. That's my favorite time of the year, but I really like summer. I can't wait to see the nature. I love the Cleveland nature. It's so beautiful. I can't wait to see more of it.
Well, wonderful. Maybe we'll take a walk through the cultural gardens when it's warm and we can continue this conversation.
I hope so.
Albina, thank you so much on behalf of Global Cleveland. Thank you. And thanks for the time you took. And to everyone who gets a chance to listen to this wonderful interview with our wonderful ballerina, our prima ballerina, Albina, the incredible Nutcracker Suite is coming back to Cleveland. If you want to experience the December holidays, there's no better way to do it. And certainly no better way than with this world-renowned dancer. Albina, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, everyone.